I don't care what side you're on. I don't care about your politics. I don't care about how you feel about guns. I don't care about how you feel about the stock market. None of it matters tonight. A man with an opinion was murdered in cold blood today. Because of his opinion, his children and his wife are alone tonight. Let that sink in for a second. There's people out there on social media. There's been YouTube videos that I've been watching since then. I'm just trying to follow the stock market, and some of them have gone political, and that's fine. And I appreciate that, and the sentiment, and the back it up for a second. A man was murdered in cold blood for having a fucking opinion. Think about that for a minute. This is no longer left versus right. This is no longer Republican, conservative, Democrat, what call it whatever you want to call it. But this is no longer that. This has become a war against good and evil. And I can't quote them. I'm not even going to try. But some of the prophecies are starting to come true. I think it's time for America to get good with God. Because if we don't, we're heading to some really, really dark days. And that's kind of scary. I don't have much to say about it because I'm dumbfounded. They tried with Trump. They didn't get him. And they got this guy. Who's next? Who's next? You want to blame the gun? Go ahead. You can blame the gun all you want. But the person behind that gun and pulled that trigger had an agenda. He's 31 years old. 2 young kids and a wife. Because he has an opinion, he deserved to die? Thought America was written on freedom of speech. You don't have to like what the guy says, but you don't have to fucking kill him. Is that what their agenda is? It's just to scare the shit out of everybody? Because you have an opinion, you might die? Yet they call Trump Hitler. Folks, we need to get right with God. We need to get right with somebody. I don't care who you believe in, but we need to get right with somebody because something big is happening. This is not the America I grew up in. This is sure as hell not the America I want my kids and my grandkids to grow up in. I'm not calling for violence because that's never the answer. Even though that's what they're doing to everybody on that side. There's people on YouTube going, oh, well, the right's going to do the same thing. No, actually, we're not. Because we don't do that. Don't retaliate for this. Trust the process. They'll all get weeded out eventually. God's coming. Are you ready? I hope you are. Say a prayer tonight before you go to bed. For that young man and his family. Because they didn't deserve that, neither did he. And nobody needed to watch that video. Everybody stand fast. Take a step back. Breathe. There's no retaliation necessary. I'm just going to say it because there's a lot of YouTubers out there right now calling for violence. And none of that is what needs to happen. The news medias need to check themselves. The hardcore leftists need to check themselves. A man got murdered in cold blood today. For having an opinion. The America I grew up in, that was never okay. So how do we fix it? I don't know. But retaliation is not the answer. Say a prayer tonight, folks, because we need it.